how I get up to the knees without a partner. Okay? How I get up to the knees, I'm just doing multiple hip escapes. Okay? And now what needs to happen, my hip needs to lift. I need to come up onto my shoulder, and this has to come under. And then I bring my knees underneath me. Okay? I don't have to do the big scissor motion here. It's not as exaggerated as that. It doesn't need to be here. Okay? Hip comes up, legs come underneath. Simple. And then you're trying to be more on line with the person's center line, right? When you come up. That's why I have to keep, without too much pressure, that's why I have to keep moving the hips away. I don't want to come up here perpendicular to him. He's just going to transition hip on hip and give me a problem. So if you'll notice when I do it, I'm coming up more on line with them, and I push my hips back. Because again, what's important? Distance. I'm either going to be in or out. I'm not going to linger that in-between part. So again, real slow. I'm hiding inside my arm. I have this one across my ribs. Almost like this is like a little car jack here that he's sitting on top of. I can even open my elbow a little to kind of lift him up. When I move the hips, I'm going to move enough that I'm already starting to be on his center line here. Now when I raise the hip and go here, see how I move my hip away? Now I'm on line with him. I can control his wrist. I can completely disengage. Or I can choose to attack and, engage more. It's up to me at that point. I'm initiating it. I'm not allowing what he's doing to dictate what I'm going to do there. I'm initiating. That's very important. You don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive. Okay? You have to try to be proactive with everything you do. Don't base your whole game on reacting to the other person. You're already at a disadvantage. You're reacting, you're scrambling, you're trying to keep up. You want to be initiating. What we're going to do, we're going to do the one where we're inside. Inside. Hiding inside our arm, blocking here in the bend of his arm. This one's on my ribs. Shouldn't be able to underhook there if I'm doing that right. Okay? If he settles his weight on me, he should kind of be riding on top of my arm here. Okay? So now I start to scoot. See how I'm kind of ending up underneath him here? That's where I want to be. Now I lift the hip and I make sure I'm on line with him and I'm moving myself back. I don't want to come up. I don't want to come up under here. The only reason I would want to come up under there is if I had the plan to immediately go in there and duck under, take his back, or do something. Like I have to have a reason for doing that. Does that all make sense?
That's good.
All right, on 2, 1, 2. Just try that one. We're not doing resistance. We're just drilling that particular technique.